The author Gore Vidal has died at the age of 86. A national icon who authored more than 20 novels, 5 plays, Vidal was one of the best-known chroniclers of American history and politics. He dedicated his work to writing and critiquing the injustices of U.S. society. In a 2004 appearance on Democracy Now!, Gore Vidal talked about the role of democracy in the U.S., dating back to the Constitution.
The word democracy is not only never mentioned in the Constitution of the United States, but democracy was something that the Founding Fathers hated. This is not generally known because it shouldn't be known, but it is. I wrote a little book about it called Inventing a Nation that Yale published last year. Our founders feared 2 things. One was the rule of the people, which they thought would just be a mess. And they feared tyranny, which we'd gone through King George III. And so they wanted a republic, a safe place for men, white men of property, to do business in. This is not ideal, but it's better than what we have. So here we are bringing democracy to the poor Afghans, not only to real democracy, of course, in the prisons, which we specialize in everywhere. And which, one interesting thing that came out of all that mess was now the world knows how we treat Americans in American prisons. All that behavior, the humiliation and violence and so on, that is typical of not so much of federal prisons somewhat, but state prisons, municipal prisons, detention centers. This is the nation of torture. And those who disagree with me, you can write an angry letter at this very moment, if you can write at all. Sit down and write an angry letter to the Commander-in-Chief and have him examine the prisons.
Well, on that note, I want to thank you very much for being with us, Gore Vidal.
Well, I just barely started.